Child, some folks been telling some goddamn lies, honey. Let's just get this all straightened up here. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Let's go ahead and get this straightened on up. We're going to finish this off. This is season 3, part 2 of the reunion for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Somebody been telling some motherfucking lies. And we're going to start off with you, Hazel, bitch. Because when you got down, now you got up here and all of this, and then Masika, I'm going to get you too. Just hold on, bitch. But Hazel, you get up here and you start talking. You went through all these changes. You were on one episode, started some shit with Masika. And what was it really all about for real? What was it about? Because when you got done talking, bitch, you told us you ain't never met Fetty Wap. That it really is him on the song. But all the shit comes out, the shit been pulled off of YouTube, pulled off everywhere. It been pulled off of everywhere. You told, oh, I'm international, I'm going around singing this. And then you start explaining how you never even met Fetty Wap, and you went up in the studio, somebody then gave you some verse or some chorus that he did, and then you went and rapped on top. Girl, if you don't get your motherfucking ass somewhere and sit down. Foolishness. Foolishness. And then, all that foolishness. And then let me talk about you, Masika, because see, if you'd have did better, if you'd have just been chilling, and you could have made it away. But you didn't get the chance to make it away because you went through so many dramatics about not being on stage with Hazel-E and all that. And where you made your mistake, you stood up. And I got to actually really see that motherfucking dress you had on. That dress was horrible. I looked at that dress. First of all, the back was out. You had on a fucking nude colored bra. Who are the stylists for these motherfuckers that got them putting on bras that show in the back of dresses? You didn't even, I mean, maybe you might have been able to get away with it if you put a black bra on underneath, but a nude colored bra, which just ended up showing up white in that nude colored dress. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. And then the dress itself, as you stood up and I looked and it's got these feathers on it, it looked like between commercial breaks that Hazel had got a hold of you and shook all your motherfucking feathers off because the dress was just full of bald patches, Eddie. It was a wreck. It was a wreck. You should have kept sitting down. When you were sitting down, it was all balled up. It looked okay. When you stood up, you looked like an old 20-year-old motherfucking feather duster. That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Just get on. Just get on out of here. Just go away from here. Anyway, moving on. Rosa. Now, Rosa, for whatever reason, decided to be big, bad, boisterous lesbian of the year. She gonna attack Safari and tell him what he is and what he ain't and what he don't have and how he can't pay for Nikki's motherfucking dinner and this, that, thing, and the other. And I've seen this before. I've seen where a woman deals with a man and a woman, and for whatever reason that the lesbian lover feels like she really should be arguing with the man, and you look ridiculous. And then people get all offended when he says something back because he said some shit to her and they bleeped it out, but it was some rough shit. He cussed her right the fuck out after she had gone on for 10 minutes. Now, clock, she had gone on for 10 motherfucking minutes telling him about what he was and what he wasn't. And then when he lit her motherfucking ass on fire, I don't know what he called her. I don't know if he gave her stinking bitch, carpet munching whore. I don't know what he gave her, but whatever he gave her, the crowd gave. And Nina's, she's still a woman. Yeah, she was a woman when she was barking at him too. Now y'all need to go ahead with that bullshit. Love and war, remember? He sucked Nikki's pussy the same way Rosa sucked Nikki's pussy. So it was all fair game. Y'all full of shit. And then he even came back and apologized for saying what he said to her because he knew he had really got her real good. And she's like, but I was trying to give you a call. You wasn't giving her no compliment. And then, Nikki, you stinking bitch, you stood up there and gonna come for his finances? I said, oh, so now you broke now. He broke now. But before, all you saw was a big black dick and you wanted it. So you got all that, and now you talking shit. Sapphire, you better than me. You better than me. And whatever Sapphire decides to do to Nikki from this point forward, I'll never feel sorry for Nikki. If I was him, I'd take the dick and stick it in her sideways. Stick it in her sideways and make that bitch throw up. Anyway, that was shady. I didn't like it. He's corny. He's corny, is true. But I didn't like how that went down. But anyway, moving on. Kaisha. They done sprung that shit because I don't think that Shonda knew that Kaisha was there. And neither did the audience because they was giving. Hey, they brought her motherfucking ass out there. Well, he started up with the bullshit. Shonda done fell for the shit. I don't believe this and I don't believe that. Believe this. Know that she knows what your man's dick looks like. Well, we all know what it looks like. But she knows what it feels like going in. So fuck all the rest of that bullshit. I don't believe about the 12 years and I'm... Girl. You ain't got to convince us while you convincing yourself. You want to take your husband back, take your husband on back. But know that your husband is a dog. And he's a disrespectful motherfucker. Yes, he is. Very much so. And then Jason Lee, he goes on about the text message. Why are you always... Where does your business? Because you all, I mean, I know you, it's your job to be in people's business, but you all in their business. You all in their business like these is your men. I've told y'all before, let me find out fat ass Jason is running around hobnobbing the boys, honey, in Hollywood. I better not find out that you run around gobbling the boys, bitch. Anyway. But yeah, they went through whatever, and I think there was some lies told. Kaisha was looking kind of foolish there for a minute, but, everything ain't a lie. Shonda's trying to talk herself back into Willie. Girl, Willie's yours. Fuck it. We don't care. We don't care. You have nobody else wanting. It's tainted goods, honey. You can have them. Okay, so Max and Brandy and the whole little thing with Masika. Really? So Max said you flipped on Masika because you was mad about that other shit with Moniece and them. So you flipped on Masika. You acted like a little bitch, Jabberjaw. What's really going on? And it was just too bad. Brandy was getting on my nerves. She was really draining me. But then when they threw that shit out, they're talking about Max that had a baby. See, Max was real high and mighty. When that bitch threw that shit across that stage about him had a baby on Brandy, and that motherfucker put his head down, I said, oh, guilty. Jabberjaw put his head down. We couldn't see his teeth. So when you can't see Jabberjaw's teeth, you know how far down his head was, don't you? It was almost in his ass. I said, oh, child, there's some truth to that. Brandy shut up too. She went, rah! I said, oh, got you, bitch. Got you, honey. Shut them right on down. And then when he said, and he blamed it on Ray J. He put his head to the side, and Princess shut her motherfucking mouth too. Turn her. Honey, I would have loved to hear the rest of that conversation, darling. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so I'm sitting here. I had started watching the show earlier, and I'm sitting there I'm doing what I'm doing. I fell asleep on it. I fallen asleep on it because it got a little. And I got a text message, and the text message was from another YouTuber spilling all the tea. And he was asking me what did I think about Pam and Lyrica's hair. And I just kind of laughed at this text message, and I sent him the message back and told him, 2 messes. 2 messes. So I go back and I Turn the shit back on and I continue watching. And goddamn it, when I looked up and I seen them two, baby, Pam's head looked like an episode of Acid TV from MTV from back in the day. That shit was just as slick. It looked like black tar. It was horrible and swift. I said, oh, Pam, come on. That horrible. And Lyrica, the older Lyrica, just a raggedy mess. She looked like she wore that hair for 12 concerts under them hot ass lights. That was both of their hair was a mess. I was wondering what prompted him to text me about some hair. I said, damn, was it that bad? Honey, when I seen them two goddamn gremlins, I said, they look crazy. Then they went on out there. Now, little Lyrica's hair was beautiful. This is the one time this is the best I've seen her hair the whole season. The wig she had on was really pretty, and it looked very light and airy, and it had bounce to it, and I loved her little choker. She looked really nice, but what she should have done was use the rules of fashion on her wife and told him to take off 12 of those things you got on. He had on all this motherfucking jewelry from the motherfucking wig store. I said, he looked ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then when they bust out and said the motherfucker had that headlight, but I said, oh, Miss A1, stop. Girl, you really are a lot. You're a lot, bitch. Let's go shopping, bitch. Next time I'm out your way, let's go shopping. Anyway, so that's that. That shit is done. The shit's over. We don't have to look at any more of Nina in that most horrible motherfucking fruit punch dress. Horrible. Just horrible. But regular Love and Hip Hop New York will be back next week, and I will catch up with you all then. Bye, y'all.